we're looking to highlight the development potential of what is Australia's largest nickel cobalt resource.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Digby founder and CEO Jamie Strauss, as well as Andrew Pinkerman. He's the CEO of Ardea Resources. Gents, a very good morning to you. Andrew, I'm going to start with you. To what extent has the second Digby assessment helped Ardea Resources, both strategically and with regard to the engagement with different stakeholders?
Hi, Stephen. Great to be in touch, and thanks very much for your time. So in terms of the Digby review of Ardea's ESG credentials, it provides that independent audit of our systems, processes, and the progress the company's made, bearing in mind that this is our second Digby ESG survey. We've been able to demonstrate significant steps forward in enhancing our ESG credentials for our globally significant Kalgoorlie nickel project, and with our location just north of the city of Kalgoorlie-Boulder in a very well-established and supportive mining community, we're ideally located and ideally placed to develop this globally significant project.
Following on from the assessment, Andrew, what goals have you set for the next 12 months, and how do you see these adding value from the perspective of investors, communities, and other stakeholders?
We're in the process of completing a definitive feasibility study with our partners Sumitomo Metal Mining and Mitsubishi Corporation. So the DFS vehicle is our Ardea subsidiary, Kalgoorlie Nickel Proprietary Limited. So there's a budget of $98.5 million for that study. So as you can imagine, we're looking to highlight the development potential of what is Australia's largest nickel cobalt resource, and the DFS will be able to demonstrate a multi-decade low operating cost project that has the ability to operate through several commodity price cycles. And with the definitive feasibility study, we're very much focused on continuing to enhance the ESG credentials of the project, which, given our location and the high standards that we enjoy here in Australia around employment, certainty of title, the ability to work with all of our stakeholders, we're very well placed to deliver this study in the second half of 2025.
Jamie, how do you see companies such as Ardea differentiating themselves and taking advantage within the changing landscape of finance and supply chain?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. Just following on from what Andrew just said, is that there are so many of these bits and pieces which fit into your feasibility study and ultimately through to production, which need not only can come together to mitigate risk operationally, but also can then communicate to all of the different stakeholders that level of responsibility which the supply chain is looking at. And I mean, I'm sure Andrew would agree with regards to the due diligence that's gone on over the course of the last year or so. All of this really is taking modern day or today's projects into a modern day tomorrow, if that's so be it, in terms of you've got responsible operations, you've got management who are on top of their brief, de-risking things. And really it comes down to inform, prepare, and communicate. How do we make sure that we're better understanding all the relevant areas so that we can mitigate risk earlier in the process and therefore then be able to get into operations responsibly and communicate that to all of our stakeholders, those on the ground, those in regulatory and in the offices federally and also state-wise, but of course also to the important off-takers and investors. And it is with all of that that ultimately differentiates one company from another as this new world unfolds.
Andrew, I hope you'll keep us posted on any progress as you continue on that ESG journey. Thanks both very much for your insights.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Stephen. Thanks, Jamie.
That's Digby founder and CEO Jamie Strauss, as well as Andrew Pinkerman, the CEO of Ardea Resources.